YouTube, y'all, we come with 3 scary true thunderstorm horror stories. Look. First of all, I gotta give y'all some motivation because I didn't give y'all motivation in a quick minute. Look, y'all, I need y'all to focus. I need y'all to lock in with y'all lives, man. Look, right now, nobody's paying you any attention. That's amazing. Look, nobody see you coming. Nobody's checking in on you. Nobody's gonna give you handouts. Look, and that's perfect. Look, y'all, the best advice I could give y'all is not asking for nothing from nobody unless you truly need it. If you truly need it, look, hey, y'all gotta do what you gotta do, but always make sure you pay back. Look, you gotta have more. You gotta stand on certain principles, bro. You can't borrow money and not pay people back, y'all. Look, I love y'all and I really need y'all to stay getting better. Look, with this channel, bro, I be speaking from the heart. I be speaking through stuff I actually go through, and right now I'm trying to elevate my life and I'm trying to take my life to another level, just all over. So I'm really just telling y'all what I've been doing and telling y'all what I've learned through my process of going through that. But anyway, y'all, we come with Thunderstorm horror stories, y'all. I had to do this video because we having thunderstorm this whole week, literally, it's finna start storming in a couple minutes, y'all, I swear. But look, without further ado, I hang it to the video. Welcome new subscribers, new people, let go. Ooh, this sound nice.
This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon is a wireless audio brand that's continuing to prove that.
Alright, story one. What these hoes? This a long.
I've always loved thunderstorms ever since I was a kid, and so does my 6-year-old son. Anytime there's a storm, my son and I will sit in the backyard under the gazebo and just watch and listen.
Fine.
This was on a hot, stormy August night in Florida. As soon as we heard the first strike of lightning in the living room, my son jumped up and said, "Let's go sit outside." I followed him outside, where we ran from the back door to the gazebo, getting pretty wet on the way. It was already pouring. I have a nice setup under my backyard gazebo. It has a mini bar, a few wicker sofas, a TV, and mini fire pit. As we usually would, I turned on the fire pit and TV, and my son and I just laid back and relaxed, listening to the sound of the pouring rain and constant thunder.
Tight shit.
The thunder would get louder and louder as we sat out there, and the time between the flashes of lightning and cracks of thunder was getting shorter and shorter. The bulk of the storm was getting closer to us. The lightning was getting so bright and frequent that it was genuinely starting to light up the entire backyard anytime it flashed. My backyard is big, with woods covering 2 edges of it. Perhaps after the biggest flash of lightning yet, my son squealed and pointed out towards the backyard. "What?" I said, to which he said he saw someone standing in the backyard.
Oh, what the fuck? Yo! Wait, nigga, what the fuck? Anyway, first of all, why is you just stand? But it is thunderstorming, nigga. Why is you posted like these? What the fuck? Go home. What the fuck? But look, it's yo, y'all see how they be having this little music in the thunderstorm? Look, I have a hate and love relationship with these type of videos, nigga. Cause it gets you intrigued, but it also scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Stood up and walked to the edge of the gazebo. I couldn't see anything in the dark.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I was waiting for another flash of lightning. The next few flashes of lightning were too small to fully see into the yard, but when the next earth-rumbling flash of lightning struck, I saw what he meant. There was someone indeed standing out in my backyard by the woods. I told my son to go rush inside and turn on the backyard lights. He did so without question, and I stood in place waiting. About 10 seconds later, all of the backyard lights were on, but I didn't see the person way out in my backyard anymore. I waited for more lightning to maybe help see. But even with the lightning, I didn't see them anymore. They were gone. He, she, whatever, I didn't know. All I knew was that there was someone walking around my yard, and that didn't sit right with me. Really? I went inside the house and locked all the doors, but kept the backyard lights on. I even turned on the front yard lights too. I didn't want to tell my wife, but my son had already done so anyway. So when she was all concerned and asking if we should phone the police, I lied to her and told her I saw the person out there leave. She asked if it was a man or...
Men, I swear to God, bro, you not, men, I swear to God, it's okay, nigga, it's okay to admit that you don't have shit in control, niggas, bro said, yeah, I saw him leave, Nigga, no you, bro. Why are you lying to your wife? I swear to God, man.
Woman, to which I replied woman, as it sounded less scary. For the rest of the night, the three of us watched a movie in the living room, with the storm still overhead. Eventually it was my son's bedtime, so my wife tucked him in and then came back to the living room, and we started watching something else. We still heard the thunder outside. Eventually I went back to the den to turn off the outside lights, front and backyard. When I went up to the living room, my son was standing at his bedroom door, scared, saying there's someone at his window. My wife and I looked at each other and yelled, "What?" I pulled him away from his doorway, and then I stood at the doorway, looking at the window, waiting for the lightning. When the lightning struck, no one was at his window, but I believed him. Someone was out there, that much was already established. I told my wife and child to stay inside while I go out and look, even though my wife didn't want me to do that.
That don't even make sense.
I grabbed the baseball bat from the closet and stormed out into the rain after turning all the lights back on. I started in the front of the house, then worked my way to the side, then the back. I looked under the tables, in the gazebo, under the deck, and when I thought the backyard was clear, the last side to check was the right side of the house. I would begin to walk towards the side of the house, and instantly saw a person in a hood, but I only saw half of their face and head.
Just jump.
They were peering around the corner of the house. Most of their face and all of their body was hidden behind the wall. If I had to guess, I'd say it looked more like a man.
Nigga, if you
I screamed, but I also ran in that direction with a bat raised up. The person disappeared behind the corner. When I made it past that corner,
fucking sold. Like, bro, why are you yelling? Man, I promise you. Like, y'all know how, like, I would have had a metal baseball bat. Y'all know how to go ding. I promise you. I wouldn't say a word. I was snuck behind. Bing on me, cause like, what the? Why are we talking? Like, why are you yelling? Like, bro,
they were gone. Even with all the lights on, I didn't see anyone there.
Boy,
I went back inside and told the two of them that it was okay, that I chased the man away.
Sorry.
But my wife did not like to hear that it was a man. I made sure to close all the blinds in the house.
You lied to it
Luckily,
twice.
we weren't bothered again by that man. My son slept in our bed with us that night just because he was so scared, and I understand why. I didn't see it, but I can only imagine how scarring it was to see a man standing at his window at the young age of 6.
Shit, I mean, I would have been scared at 20 right now. What?
The city in which I live almost never gets any rainfall, so when we do, it's a pretty exciting thing. The kids like to go out and play around, the farmers are thankful that their crops will thrive, and it's just a nice piece of scenery. The last time there was a big thunderstorm, my friends and I were all playing some game together, though I can't remember which one it was. I knew the thunderstorm was rolling in when everybody's microphone played the same sound of the first thunder, and it was big. When I heard it, I thought it was a gunshot or firework. Then I saw the lightning outside my window and hopped over to my bed to see the storm forming. What I saw was much more unsettling. Across the street from me was a man. He wore a gray hoodie and some jeans.
Just a black
He looked
man.
fairly tall, though not too muscular.
He just black.
He was just standing there. I couldn't tell if he was looking at me or not,
You
as
see
his
how
face
you
was
judging a
obscured.
black man? Don't even know.
Then he started to walk down the street, so he wasn't looking at me. I felt relieved, yet still a bit paranoid. I got back on the game with my friends, and we continued to play. About 15.
How the fuck y'all playing in these conditions? What the fuck? Who are you? Who's your Wi-Fi like provider? Who, like Verizon? Nigga, like, bro, there's no way. But bro, if you just said the thunder shook so hard that you heard it through everybody's mic. What?
15 minutes later, the storm had fully started. I told the four of them I was leaving to go watch the storm, and I'd be back in a while.
Bro,
I walked out front and stood under the porch, watching as the lightning flashed and the rain struck the ground in a soothing rhythm. Then I looked down the street to my left, and there he was, the man standing at the corner of the street. I was scared a bit, but I still had my head trying to reason this out. It's not uncommon for townspeople to stand out in the rain. It is a rare occurrence after all, so I paid little attention to it. After about 5 more minutes, I decided to go back inside. And as I opened the door, I turned to where the man had stood. He was gone now, which made for a more eerie scene. I walked inside, where 2 of my little siblings were dancing to a Bubble Guppies song. My other 2 siblings were in their room.
Oh, y'all remember? Oh, y'all know I'm pausing, not my bad, but y'all remember that Bubble Guppy song? Boy, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let me know the hardest, like, children's like song growing up. I'm trying like y'all remember Chuggington? Chuggington. Chugga. But that was tough on me. Boy, Chuggington was tough. Hold up. Thomas and Friends was trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's another? Diego. I don't remember Diego song, but I do remember Diego song going crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Caillou's kind of cool, but I never watched Caillou. Like man, Caillou was he like me. Like I could relate to Caillou. Wait, see, look, y'all getting me talking. Like y'all see how I'm on. Let me shut up.
I was doing who knows what. I went back to my room, but instead of playing the game again, I decided to go do something else. Though I didn't know what to do. Then I heard the all too familiar buzzing of my phone when I received a text. I picked it up and opened the messenger. It was an unknown number. They had sent me 2 texts. The first read, "Have you forgotten?" And the next read, "I know you didn't." My first thoughts were the man that I had seen outside, but then I thought of how slim those chances were. How would he have gotten my number? Why would he target me for whatever he was trying to do? I decided my friends were pulling a prank on me and decided to check. I went to the group chat and asked if anyone had been prank texting me. They all swore that they weren't, though it's hard to tell over text if they were lying. I decided to believe them and went to watch TV. Some time had passed, how long exactly I don't remember, when there came a ring at the door. It was way too late for visitors, so who could this be? Maybe the postal service? I checked the time on my phone. 12:19. Definitely too late for visitors.
Hell no, boy, what?
I peered through my blinds in an effort to see who it was, but I couldn't. The rain was coming down so hard it was like a blanket of mist was everywhere.
Why are you out there?
Then one of the gunshot thunders sounded. My head slammed into the window, making a thud sound. There was movement by the door. It was a person running off. I could only assume it was the man from earlier. No, I knew it was the man from earlier. How could these events not all add up? I wanted to call the cops, but I had no proof the man had been there. He just left without a trace. I decided to try and sleep. I got about 3 hours worth. That gunshot thunder woke me up. I shot up, then froze. Then I relaxed a little when another loud bang sounded. But this one wasn't thunder. This one came from my window. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't let whoever was out there know I was awake. But what if they knew? I decided to just take a peek through my blinds. What I saw next was probably the scariest thing I'd ever seen.
Shit, don't show it.
It was the man with his hands pressed against the window, and I could only assume he was staring at me. The scariest part was his mouth. His eyes were mainly covered in shadow,
show that shit, bro.
but there was enough light to see his mouth,
bro.
And it was smiling. It was such a big, maniacal smile I didn't even know was possible for a human to make. Then he stood and left. Just like that, he walked into the rainy night from which he came. I sat awake in my chair.
Bro, I'm sorry. This shit not scary, bro. Cause I would have simply just slapped the fuck out of you. I'm sorry, bro. Like, bro, like, bro, you playing with me, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you taking time out your day to piss me off. I am sleep. Like, no. There's 2 things I don't play about: kids and my damn sleep. I will beat the man. What? That you play? No. I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I run out. I'm running outside after that. Cause look, you wanna fuck with me? I'm fuck with you. On me. I'm coming to your house. I'm following you back home. Let's do it. On me. I'm gonna be outside your window. Let's see how you like it. Hell no.
But I guess I fell asleep somewhere along the road. When I woke, I was confused as to why I was in my chair. Then I remembered the previous night's events, and I darted to the window for whatever reason. When I pulled the blinds up, there was one thing I could see. A small piece of paper taped to my window. On it were 3 words that have now haunted my dreams. Have you forgotten? I haven't had any further experience with
this nigga
man,
a poet?
and I hope I
Is
don't
he a
have
poet? That shit kind of tough. Have you forgotten? Hey, Thresh. Hey, this gotta be a banger. Last one. Come on now.
It was a night I was working late. The weather outside was awful, and I was just leaving my job to go home.
Ooh.
It was about...
I got a story. Quick story. Look, y'all. This is that reason why I stopped working night, bro. Like, so I'm working night, bro. I'm not gonna say I work there, but look, I'm working night, bro. I get off. I think it's like 10, 11. Like, I'm talking about, y'all. It is storming. No. I need y'all to look me in my. No, it's not the regular storming. It's not like, oh my God, we gotta get it. No, nigga. It's like, nigga, can I make it home type of storm. And like, nigga, I was questioning it. I didn't make it home. But look, I'm gonna get into that. So look, I'm driving home, blah, blah, blah. So I gotta go up to this big ass motherfucking hill, right? Bruh, there is bruh, it's flooding so bad, y'all. The water is at my engine, right? And I'm in a sedan, y'all. Look, I'm in a sedan. But then it's this 18-wheeler behind me. I'm like, man, what you? Bro, I had to turn that motherfucker around on me. But look, I'm telling you, like, cars couldn't even come through the water because their engine was gonna be fucked up. So I had to turn around. Bro, still honking at me. Boy, I promise you, if he honked one more time, I was finna slap but he stopped on me. I had to turn around. I went back to the job. I'm like, Mom, I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to make a cut. I don't even know what to do. Like, the weather's crazy. So she said, you know what, bro, I'm gonna come pick you up. So she get in the car. She trying to come pick me up. Bro, it's flooding where she at. It's like flooding like cause right where she gotta go, it's like down a little slope. So right there, it's still flooded. So she can't come get me. So, bro, my mom called around. See, bro, y'all, I called my best friend. I'm like, bro, if I can make it there, can I come? This nigga parent said no. I said, what the actual man? Hey, you watching this? It's still up, nigga. I mean, it's still up, nigga. I mean, look. Anyway, fast forward. Bro, I'm just panicking, bro. I'm soaking wet, y'all. Pause. Pause. But look, I ended up going to my auntie's house. I made it safe, but I had to sleep with, like, wet clothes and shit. Man, that was right around the time when what was it, bro? Squid Game was popping off, man. I finished the whole Squid Game that night though. Fire ass show. Alright, my bad. I had to tell the story, my nigga. Damn.
12 a.m. during a thunderstorm. I used to drive a 2005 Ford Fusion, a little car not ideal for crappy weather and roads.
Sound like me.
I was taking my usual route home, and the rain was so bad that even having the windshield wipers on the highest setting didn't help that much.
Thank you.
I still could barely see.
Thank you.
I was going 40 miles per hour on a 55 mile per hour road. That's how bad it was. There were no other cars around me. And when I least expected it, through the water building up too quickly for my wipers to handle, thus partially blocking my view, I saw someone dressed in white running across the road from one side of the woods to the other.
Jesus.
I saw them almost too late. I had to slam on the brakes and swerve to avoid hitting them. I swerved and lost control onto the grass before crashing head-on into a tree.
Damn.
The airbag deployed and my whole body jerked forward into it. I couldn't even believe what just happened at first. I was in shock. I knew immediately my car was totaled, but when I slowly started to accept what just happened, I started to look around my car for the person that just ran across the road randomly. I was currently in the middle of a quiet highway with no buildings nearby for miles and no cars to be seen. There should have been no one walking around here, especially in this weather this late. It was a work night and extremely late, so I was nervous nobody would pick up. The first person I called was my brother, who didn't pick up after several attempts.
What was that noise?
He was definitely asleep. I tried my sister next, with equal results. I didn't want to have to involve either of my parents in this, but with no other option, I called my dad on his house phone, which was sure to wake him up. He picked up on the last ring, and I explained the situation. I told him I'd need assistance and didn't know what number to call for a tow. After ensuring that I was okay and that I had no injuries, he gave me the number for our family's roadside assistance company to call. He said he'd get dressed and drive over to me. His house was about 10 to 15 minutes away. My dad also told me to get out of the car to look for whoever was crossing the street and to keep my doors locked.
No.
When we hung up, I stayed in the car, nervously looking around every window, though not seeing much because of the pouring rain. I truly was so scared that I was about to piss my pants, knowing someone was out there, wondering if they intentionally ran in front of my car. I called our roadside assistance company, and they were sending a tow truck right away. About 10 minutes passed since the phone call with my dad now, and I texted my dad, "Are you on your way yet?" He texted back, "Yes." I had my hazards on, though I'm sure the car being ran into a tree would help enough in finding me. I turned to my right, as if I instinctively knew someone was there, and I jumped out of my seat and screamed at the top of my lungs as I felt like my heart dropped out of my body. There was a soaking wet man in white, looking into my car with his mouth hung open in an O shape and his eyes squinted. He then put his hands on the glass and started to rub the windows. I didn't know what he was doing, but I yelled at him to go away. He started to try opening the locked door, and when it wouldn't open, he started to pound his fists on the glass.
Boo,
He did all of
boo.
this with his mouth still hanging open in that weird O shape. I didn't know what to do other than call my dad again. He picked up, and I basically cried into the phone that there was a random man trying to get into my car. My dad screamed into the phone not to open the doors, and that he's almost here. He stayed on the line with me as the man outside started to hit the window with his elbow, causing me to scream and my dad to panic into the phone. Surprisingly, the glass didn't shatter.
What is
And as if my
panicking gonna
prayers
do?
were answered, I saw headlights approaching from down the road and pull up behind my car. The man outside looked to the other car, which happened to be my dad's. And as my dad stepped out of his car and charged at this creep, the creep tried to run away into the woods, but my dad tackled him.
Ooh!
I swear, beat his face in to the point that his face would have been completely covered in blood.
W fucking dad, man. W dad. Nigga, see, bro, look, that's what the first dude should have did, man. He talking about, he got a bat, talking about, like, nigga, just tackle that nigga, man. What are you doing? Stop acting
But
scared.
if it weren't for the heavy rain washing some of it
Thank you.
away, he held the man down as I called the police.
W ass.
The tow
dad.
truck driver arrived on scene first.
Damn.
He was of course shocked at the unusual scenario he just pulled up to. Police showed up not long after that, and it was the most satisfying feeling seeing that man arrested. Not only was he charged criminally, but we pressed charges for the damages to my car. His name is Marcus Green. I never showed up to court.
Marcus
My
Green
father
is
and our
great.
lawyer did. I didn't want to see that man ever again. The disturbing face he was making, along with seeing him striking my car to break in, is something that will stay with me for a long time.
Personally, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't got nothing in my car, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't getting out the car. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie, cause like I might be in the same situation. I ain't gonna lie. I have to call somebody. Cause look, you can call me whatever. You can call me whatever. I'm calling somebody, nigga. You think I'm finna be like if I got no strap? I don't know how many people out there. Nigga, I'm calling. I don't care. You can call me scary, nigga. I'm scary. I'm me. I'm not trying to die, nigga. Fuck. Anyway, bruh, y'all let me know the most scariest like experience y'all been through. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and look, if you made it to the end, nigga, give me some love. Give me some love. Hey, I love you though. I love you. Hey, and I'll see y'all next video. We out. Ugh.